Today we're working on the 1962 Chevrolet pickup truck. We pulled 2 of the spark plugs and we have an inspection camera. We're going to inspect the cylinder walls to see how much damage or wear they have in them. Looks like a little bit of rust on the side of this one. Not horrible, not too dirty. Before we get too far, here's one of the spark plugs. The other one looked just like this too, just carboned up, old, but the engine runs perfectly fine. So cylinder 2. Oh dear God. That's filthy. Let's try to get closer. Oh dear God. Do you see that, Alex? That is rust on your cylinder wall.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Nah, it's grody. Let's keep going, see how bad it gets. Yeah, none of these were particularly tight, so I'm just going to use the ratchet. I don't really care for switching up tools 15 times. You can learn a lot about how an engine's doing off just its spark plugs. Similar. The main thing you want to look for when you're reading spark plugs is consistency. You want them to all look the same. If they look all different, then that's a problem. This
Keep them in the same firing order.
Yeah. You also want to keep them in order so you remember where they came from. So that's cylinder 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, about the same. Let's shove the camera down in there and see how bad it gets. Presumably this engine sat for a while. Oh, the piston's away at the top. Do you actually mind spinning that real quick? Good. Yeah, there's some pitting in there. It's just from sitting for forever. Ultimately, how bad it is going to be dependent on how deep those pits are. I mean, pits in your cylinder wall is already bad. You kind of don't want that. This one's a little bit tighter, actually. It looked kind of dirty, so I was like, yeah, this one's probably going to be tough to get out. Gassy. About the same. Again, you want to make sure your engine's wearing evenly. If you have like one spark plug that's super dirty, that's a sign something's wrong. What? That's bad.
Can you look down on the piston?
Yes, dirty. Look at that cylinder wall on the side. Is it left there? Oh, it's bad. What you doing there? Let's just get these last two out and see how bad it really gets.
Here, do you mind putting them right there?
When you're reading spark plugs, you also don't want spark plugs that are like pristine steam clean. 'Cause that usually means you have a bad head gasket. The engine's just steam cleaning your spark plugs 24/7, especially like one of them's super clean and the rest of them are like regular amounts of dirty. That's not a good sign. So it is possible to have two clean of spark plugs. Yeah, that one looks normal too. This is a little bit black. That could mean two things: either burning excess oil, or based off of the smell, I'm gonna go with a really rich mixture. And years of buildup on top of that. It's just years of a continuously rich mixture.
Not like it's a 1962 Chevy.
Yeah, exactly. Not like it's older than time. What's that sound? Oh, it's that.
Make sure you don't disconnect any of those wires.
I got you.
Well, you can see the
Yeah, I can see.
splice job.
This last one's tighter than the rest of them. There we go. Finally. Yep, about the same as the rest of them. So you can see, I don't think this engine has any like obvious damage. It's just worn out really bad and old. Yeah, this one looks better than the rest of them actually. See a little bit of rust, but nothing horrible. I think it's just, oh, right there on top of the piston. Am I rotating that? Yeah, there we go. Okay, you're good. Take a look at this. Oh, actually, you can see the top of one of the valves right there. That's kind of neat.
Dude, I want to see if we can see more if I continue to turn it over.
Actually, yeah, sure, give it a shot. Oh yeah, just watch it go up. That's cool. Just have the right angle on it.
You get the idea.
Yeah. So, yeah, this one, I see a little bit of scratching. A little bit, couple of areas of the rust where it had pitted it a bit. But it's not terribly dirty. I just think sitting didn't do well for these cylinder walls. But thankfully, this one didn't seize up. That would have really sucked. You know, just for driving it around here, though, a little bit of rust in your cylinder walls won't hurt you. So you kind of get the gist. Just try to check to make sure all your spark plugs look similar when you're pulling them. You want consistency when you're pulling your spark plugs. You can see they all kind of look the same. And that shows that this is just an evenly worn out engine. So hopefully we'll get this started up soon. And as soon as we get a radiator on it, you know, you can actually let it sit and run, see how good it actually runs. Sounds pretty good though. So hopefully that little bit of rust in the cylinder walls won't get too in the way of running this for right now. I think that's all for today. Thank you for watching.